You can still get your life back. Get your life back. It's real. Get your life back. Get your life back.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day, whatever time it is on your side of the town. My name is Cheryl Howard. I am an inspiration and transformation strategist. I am a motivational and empowerment speaker, mental health professional, certified life purpose coach, and a pastoral counselor. So yes, I do love to serve. I love people. I have compassion for people. I was telling a client the other day, I could not do what I do because I know other people say to me, I don't know how you do that. How do you pour into people every day? Or how do you listen to people's problems every day and try to help them come up with resolutions and deal with conflict and teach communication and teach emotional management and anger management and changing mindsets. That's like a lot. And I know it seems like a lot to people who don't do that all of the time, but you know, whatever you do, once you get in the mode and you're doing it all the time, it's like second nature to you, especially if you practice it already. So you're really representing what you teach. It's like you're representing your brand. You are what your brand says you are. When I say brand, I don't mean just title. I mean whatever you put out into atmosphere, whatever people see, however you present yourself. If you're always teaching about how to live a more peaceful life, how to practice healthy communication styles with people so things can be more productive, so you can have more productive and healthier relationships. You have to be that first, and you have to show that. And so when you exemplify that, people see it, and I'm just going to use this term because a lot of you understand what I'm saying. They buy into you. But I mean, you have to be authentic and real. But the reason why they feel like they want to listen to you, they can receive from you, is because you're living it. And so you are an example. You are a representation. You are a real representation. You're practicing what you preach, basically, you know. So people love that because they see change in you. You're an example, and for them it's like, wow, she did all of that. That's why it's so great to share your story with people whenever you get opportunity to do that, because a lot of us, we don't look like what we've been through. So when people see the outcome and then they hear your story and realize you're just as real, or you had just so many issues, or just as toe up or been to the rock bottom as they have been, and then they hear you talk about your process and your work that you put into yourself, and then the outcomes, and how you're still evolving and you're still growing, but you did the work, and they see the results. It's like, wow, it stirs up encouragement in somebody else, and they feel like, you know what, maybe I can do this thing, maybe I can try to live my best life. And so that's what I love, and that's why I want to talk a little bit about the power of accountability and support. Basic, right? We hear it all the time. I was thinking about that this morning. Number one, when I went on my walk this morning, because I'm trying to be diligent about, protecting my body, preventive care. I'm trying to practice preventive care. I'm trying to be obedient. When I say obedient, meaning try my best and get more diligent about it. That's my little area where I procrastinated in, got off my game, so to speak, of taking care of my body, being obedient to God, because He blessed us with these temples, and we're supposed to be good stewards over everything that God gives us, whether it's family, any of our good, healthy relationships. If He blesses us with opportunities, try to be a good steward over that. We won't get it right 100% of the time. We can't. We're imperfect. We're humans, right? However, I believe in the village. I believe that you should have people around you, first of all, who see you, and for them, by any means necessary, they want to make sure you live in your purpose. They want to make sure that you be able to put yourself in a place where every dream and vision that God has given you, and that's in your spirit, that it will manifest. And so they feel assigned to make sure you walk into your destiny and you walking in your purpose. There are people who God will bless and give that mandate to. It is their responsibility to keep you accountable. They can't make you do it, but they can speak words of life. They can see you. They can push you gently in love, because I don't believe you need to be aggressive. And I know there are people out there who feel like because they don't have the tools, yes, I'm saying it, to learn how to be assertive when they coach people, or when they preach to people, or minister, or when they lead, or when they counsel, or whatever. A lot of times, because sometimes for some people I see, even in leaders, they don't know how to be assertive, that you can be strong and direct without being mean, without being nasty, without tearing down. Some people really don't know how to do that. And when I see them, I'm like, you still need some work. There's some work that you need to do with inside yourself, because you could be saying all of the right things, but your approach, your delivery is hard for people to receive it, because it comes off as harsh, raw, tearing down. Maybe there's anger. There's a difference between being passionate. Like, I'm a passionate speaker. The tone of my voice may rise, but you hear the rising of it because the passion, not anger or malice or unforgiveness. You know, you can feel that out of a person's spirit when it's still, something is still there, and they haven't fully been healed, or maybe don't even realize it. You know, but these are the people that I like to work with as well, because I want to help them. First of all, they have to identify what that is. Why do I do that? Why, when I talk about this particular subject, I get a little irritable. I feel irritated. You know, just acknowledging that, because we all have something, or we've all been through things. And my thing is always, you know, this power in awareness, because it takes you on a journey of healing, correcting some things, acknowledging some things, transforming, becoming, transformed by the renewing of our minds. And so that's the work I like to do with people. So it's important that we do our work, and we understand that we all are here to serve in some kind of capacity. We serve people, whether it's our family, children, people we work with, people we minister to, whatever it is. And so that's what I love about the power of accountability, is because I understand how we need that. Like I said, when I was walking this morning, I said, wow, one way to help me, or would have helped me, because I realized when I fell off my game, and the transition that I made in my life was when I decided I moved from a big city like New York to Virginia. I'm less mobile now. I'm driving most of the time to go meet my clients. I'm not walking as much. So I said, I'm not walking. In New York, I walked all of the time. Even when I started driving, there's places I had to park my car, and I'm walking. I'm taking the train. I'm walking up and down the steps. I'm taking the bus. So I'm constantly moving. I lived in the suburbs, so I was able to walk down the block. We had sidewalks in New York. I missed the sidewalks. But, being able to just walk. And so I was so mobile. And then I'm realizing too, my metabolism is slowing down, because a lot of times, as we get older, our metabolism can slow down. So I have to acknowledge all of that and be aware and say, okay, because all of these factors are into play, I need to be more diligent and proactive about my health. And so I said, okay, 7:30 is in the morning. It's kind of like my goal time, because it is important to set goals as well. I'm going to start walking, because I don't always get a full long night of sleep. I might average between 4 to 6 hours of sleep. So I said, when I wake up in the morning, if I can't go back to sleep, I'm getting up and I'm going to walk, unless I'm really drained, because you do need the energy to even walk. You need rest. But I know that walking can enhance your rest as well. Because when I come back, I want to relax. I don't feel like going to see anybody right now. I just want to lay down and go to sleep. But at the same time, it does give me some energy. It gives me a push. So when I was walking, I thought about how it is so helpful when you have people in your corner, when you have cheerleaders, when you have people coaching you on, when you have people who, like I said, they are assigned, they are determined to make sure you stay determined in your goals. And so they push you, whether it's through somebody sending you a text. All right, girl, you doing your thing this morning? All right, man, you doing your thing this morning? A call or a visit, to check in on you sometimes. And that's the one thing I do as a life purpose coach and a mental health professional, because I help people build skills and give them the tools and strategies they need to enhance their quality of life, whatever their goals are. Personal goals, it could be a health goal, it could be a mental health goal, it can be a physical health goal, it can be a relationship goal, a family goal, because I do a lot of coaching with couples, co-parents, people who no longer live together, or people who divorced, a couple who divorced, help them how to build or develop cohesive relationships, especially after a really bad breakup. And any breakup can be bad anyway, but just learning how to, especially if there's children involved, to make sure that their children grow up well adjusted emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Even though the household dynamics has changed, you can still keep a sense of security and safety and love around a child. So teaching them how to do that. But of course, they have to heal and do the work. They have to deal with their own emotions with each other, and make sure they don't project that onto the child, because children pick up everything they can feel, they can sense. And these are the things I try to remind parents as well, that children react. They can pick up what's in your spirit, your nervous system, how you are, your behavior, your emotions, whatever's permeating out of your spirit. Your children are sensitive to that. And so you don't want to put any more trauma on top of the trauma they've been through just by you splitting with the mother or the father. And so just being mindful of that. And so I love to come in to help couples do just that, and help families as well find the best ways to communicate. So yes, there's a lot of training on assertive communication, using the I statements, all of that stuff. But anyway, I'm not going to get into all that right now. But that's what I do. And that's another thing I love about, I started doing my VIP days, and I'm really trying to take it on the road now, where I come in and really work with you one-on-one, or a family one-on-one, whether I come into your home or wherever's the best place to do the coaching and do the work, and help you at that moment, give you tools and strategies, and be along your side as you do a lot of the work, as you get the groundwork in. So that way, when I'm finished working with you, you have the tools, you have a foundation to build from. Because okay, now you have some strategies, you have some education, some psychoeducation, some things that you learn. And some of you, we know a lot of these things, but we need the reinforcement. And that's what I'm saying about accountability. We need reinforcement of our goals, of our objectives, things that we want to, the small changes we want to make that lead us to our overarching goals every day. What are the everyday steps we need? And it is so strengthening to have somebody you can contact, or somebody it's not going to let you just fall and give up and say, I ain't going, because we're going to have those moments. Like, I'm not always going to get up 7:30 in the morning, like, and I'm always imagining, boy, if I had a partner, or if I had a husband, or if one of my best girlfriends live in the same state, that I live in, and we live close to each other, we can do this thing together. It'll give me more determination. I feel more tenacious. It'll encourage me more to get out and go, because we need that sometime. I need somebody to go, come on, Cheryl, come on, let's go. We got to do this. I don't care if we get 10 minutes in. Let's get the 10 minutes in. I need that. So I know if I need that, I know that you need that too. Some of us don't have the village. Some of us don't have that community around us, people who are going to push us toward our goal, or make sure we are living our best life, because you may have put things out in the atmosphere. You may have spoken things that you really want to do, and places you want to go, whatever, who you want to be, or, what your purpose is in this life. And so now it's out there. Hello, you need somebody to help make sure you make that dream become realized, that is actualized in your life. And so that's what I love to do. This is what I do. So even though there may be times I'm like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if and the life purpose coaching I love, but like in my career, sometimes you have those feelings like, but the work and how much, I feel like I'm serving people and helping people. That gives me the passion. That gives me the desire and the love for what I do, because I do love that part. I do love helping people. That I know I love to do. That is a passion that I have. And that's what motivates me. That's what moves me and pushes me. Because a lot of us love what we do, or there's a part of what we do we love, and there's maybe another part we don't like. It's like, if we could take away this part and just focus on this part, I will be great. But it's the passion, and it's knowing that it's your purpose. And even if it's for a season, because hey, it may change. Maybe 5 years you'll be doing what you're doing now, and then maybe after 5 years it's time for you to shift and do something else. But again, because when I know I'm helping somebody feel motivated, encouraged, inspired, and I see the transformation. They see the transformation. They feel it. They see the benefits. And I see their whole demeanor change, their character, their mindset change, and they are really doing things better on another level. That gives me joy. And it reminds me of my purpose and why I do what I do, and why it's important to have that accountability partner helping you along your side, because we go through a lot of things in life, and sometimes we just feel like I can't do this anymore. I'm done. But the accountability partner won't let you be done. They'll let you have your moment because you're human. You need to process stuff. You need to take a break. You need to relax. You need to get away. Whatever it is, you need to do that. There is a Sabbath that we need to all take in our lives. There are seasons of Sabbath periods that we need to take in our lives so we can rejuvenate, so we can become re-strengthened, renewed, refreshed. And it's like, okay, I'm good now. I can do another couple of miles. So that's all I'm saying. The power of accountability. So if you don't have any accountability, get you some accountability. Find somebody who's like-minded, who cares about you, who cares about your well-being, your overall well-being, that you're happy. Let me say, if you have friends and family members and you really love them, you want them to do better. You feel better when they do better. Actually, you do. You don't want to be around somebody who's always negative and pessimistic, and they always, it affects other people around you when you're like that. You may be going through things for a reason, but the reality also is you affect people around you when you're like that. So you have to be mindful of that, but you don't do it for them. You do the work for yourself. As you do the work for yourself, then you have a mindset that, you know what, it is selfish of me to become so self-absorbed that I negatively affect other people around me because I'm just thinking about, oh, woe is me. But when you come out of that, you realize the power of change and how you affect other people in a positive way. You want to help other people feel better about their lives. You would like to be that light in the world. You want to be the change agent, and then you want to stay that mode, because then it comes back to you. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. So when you sow positivity, when you sow change and transformation within yourself first, it affects other people. It grows, and you never know how you touch other people's lives. You never know until people come back and tell you. And I've experienced that. And I'm like, wow, really? You might have said one thing to a person. They'll come back and say, when you said this one thing, it changed my life. I went home, I thought about that thing, and I started making some changes. Little stuff like that. Nothing big. That's it. You just never know. But anyway, I didn't mean to go on this long, but I hope it helps somebody think more about accountability and be honest with yourself and say, I need some help. I need somebody to come along my side because I got to do this thing. Whatever that thing is you need to do, you keep telling yourself you got to do it. You can't put it off any longer. You got to stop procrastinating. You want to break the spirit of procrastination. You want to break the spirit of hindering self-sabotage. And if you can't find anybody, call me up, because I do virtual sessions. I'll do virtual VIP sessions with you where I'll work with you for several hours during the day. We could take a break, come back and meet again in the evening. We can meet in the morning at first or afternoon, whatever. We can set up a schedule and I can work with you. It can be over several days for a set time, or it can be face to face where I will come and sit with you, honey, and we will break out the strategies and tools and start doing the work. And so you have a foundation to work from, and then I'm gonna leave you on your way, and I'll still be available via email. We could do chat sometime, video chats, text messages. I will still be there to support you, but I just want to get I want you to do the initial work first, because you need that, and then the accountability is going to be there while I'm working with you, hand in hand, and even while you're doing mostly everything on your own, but I'm still there to coach you along the way. That's what it is. I'm still your cheerleader. I'm still making sure you are meeting your goals and your objectives, and you're moving along, that there's a progression happening and help you in those moments when you do feel like, I can't do this anymore. you know, but then you start looking at the work you have done. That's why we always talk about taking those small steps and being able to go back and say, okay, maybe I wasn't able to accomplish this in the 6 months that I set for myself, but look how much I did in the 3 months, and let that encourage you and move you along, because you still at another place. You still have evolved and grew from a place you were maybe 3 months ago. Because, and when you see that alone can encourage you, like, you know what, let me keep going and see how this thing, and then you get to the point where, you know, I want to see the end of this thing. I want to see what the end is going to be. You become your own encourager. You encourage yourself. You become your own coach, your own accountability partner. It doesn't negate the fact that you still need other people around. You still need a village of people who loves you and who want you to do your best and live your best. But when you become that for yourself, that's the best thing. That is the best thing. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Cheryl Howard, Get Your Life Back. It was called Get Your Life Back Inspirational Coaching, because that's pretty much what I do, because I don't leave out God. I don't leave out spiritual principles, biblical practices and principles, because I believe that God created us and he created us with a purpose. And so that's why I love helping people break through barriers, whatever those barriers are, so they can propel into their purpose and live their best life and live healed. And then when they become healed, then they can actualize their dreams and their visions and their purpose and live whatever God want them to do, whatever God mandated them to do, whatever the call is, whatever the purpose is in the various seasons of your life, because you may have various purposes in this life. Different ways to serve in this life. Anyway, so you want to know more about my VIP days, and I'm going to put some more information on my website. Go to CherylWhiteHoward.com. Go to GetYLifeBack.com as well. That's get the letter Y lifeback.com, and that is my other website. Main website is my name, CherylWhiteHoward.com. And let's talk about your VIP session. Let's talk about things you may need support with. It can just be one thing. It don't have to be a long-term thing. It'd be maybe to help you get over a certain hump. And then once you get over that hump, you're going to be good. That's it. That's what accountability does as well. And I'm on Facebook, CherylHoward.GetYourLifeBack. And I'm on Instagram as Cheryl.GetYourLifeBack. You'll find me out there. You'll find me out there on the internet. On the internet streets. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Peace.